Welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to share how much I made in my first 30 days of being monetized on YouTube. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. Hey, Saarenoja here. Welcome to my channel where I help new YouTubers grow on YouTube. And what's going to be different about this monetization video, because I know there's a million of them out there, is that I'm going to go into some more details about the journey in general and share with you. I have been tracking, for those of you that don't know me, I've been tracking my journey since day one on a spreadsheet, and I can show you that spreadsheet. I'll flash it up on the screen and you can see all the subs gained, all the views, impressions, all of that stuff, so you can see it. But just so you know, I do have a playlist of that journey here. If you want to watch all the videos, if you're interested, you can check that out. Also, stay till the end because I want to share something really special with you guys. And it's around this idea of how much YouTube can change your life. So my role now, as a previous architect for the past 15 years, I am now a content creator full-time on YouTube, and I help people to grow their channels. So it can transform your life very quickly. I'm gonna show you my numbers now. Let's jump into my screen and then come back at the end, because don't just stick around for the numbers. I want you to stick around for the deep story I have to share afterwards. But let's jump to my computer screen now. Okay guys, so here we are in my channel, and this is showing custom date from July 24th to August 21st. I got monetized on July 24th, and for 1 month of being on YouTube, I was paid $796.90. In this time frame, I had 126,000 views, 11,000 watch time hours. I had gained 3.9 thousand subscribers, and so my estimated revenue for that 30-day time period was $796.90. Just to give you an idea, my revenue per day is about $20 on average. And you can see here 20s, up and down around $20 a day. Some days it peaks with certain videos. Posted a short and a video here. So you can see how it fluctuates a little bit over the past 30 days. It is broken down into watch page ads, shorts, feeds ads, and supers. So with the watch page ads, I had $7.69. With the shorts, I had 26 cents, and with supers, I had 7 purchases at $26.75. I can also show you what I make per 1,000. How much advertisers pay? $14.93 for the CPM. So this is for every 1,000 views. This is what the playback cost is for the advertisers, and then I get basically half of that. So it's usually around $7 or $8 of what I'm getting per 1,000 views. So that we can see over here in revenue, and we select all. I can scroll down and I can see that I actually make $6.50 currently for every 1,000 views. This has been as high as $8, and for shorts I am making 6 cents per 1,000 views, so 26 cents from 4,000 views. That's what happened, and I can see my top video has made $185 in the past 30 days within this time frame that I'm showing, and how I gained 3,500 subs in 3 weeks is gaining $172.54, and it goes down from there. Just quickly wanted to show you the adventure or the journey from restarting my YouTube channel to getting monetized. And so this is, you could just pause the screen and look at this. I'm not going to talk about it, but I just want to share it. But here's week 1 to week 10 is where I was monetized. So you can see the subscribers, the views. This is the number of subscribers, and this is the subscribers gained. That's the only thing that I think needs to be clarified. So 408 was the total number of subscribers I had at the end of that week, and this is how many subscribers I gained. So, and then these are the views and everything. So you can kind of see the ups and downs that I went through on the way to monetization. And then this is just showing that 1 week, and I made $192 in that 1 week. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. And then I also wanted to show you really quickly how quickly things can change. So in July, once I got monetized, in July, I made about $304 from ads, which was just, I think a week and a half basically in July. For the month of August, I made $572. So for the first 30 days, which included a little bit of August, from July to August, basically July 22nd to August 22nd, that's where the 700 came from, or whatever the amount was. And yeah, so I just wanted to show you that the first month being monetized, or the end of the month, I made just ad revenue and a little bit from Amazon KDP, but then everything changed like very quickly. Now I went from 307 income to 1857. Of course, there are fees now that I'm paying, which you can see here, and taxes I need to pay. So the ending result was 1,300 basically I made for the month versus 146 that I made the previous month. And the most exciting thing about this is that I am on my way to becoming a full-time content creator, right? Like for me, I don't need millions of dollars, right? I really don't. I just want to live comfortably and also have the flexibility to work when I want and work with incredible people. Speaking of incredible people, as I mentioned, I do consultation calls about how to grow your YouTube channel, or if you're stuck, get out of the no man's land and start growing again. And the reason I'm sharing this is not to plug my coaching calls. It's not to plug, like, come work with me. What I want to share in this is something that I see come into my virtual office all the time. And I think that by sharing this man's journey with his channel, it will help you to solidify ideas for your own channel, or give you some sort of clarity around where the missing piece is on your channel to maybe pivot it to take off or to get the traction you need to grow your channel. So this is the thing. When Sean came to me, from Barbells and Bourbon is the name of his channel, and he does a podcast that is about inspirational people that have overcome something, have had something tragic happen to them, and they survived it and they're on the other side of it. The reason I'm sharing his story is because he came full circle, and I think it's beautiful. So the thing that he was struggling with is he was having some growth on his channel, but it wasn't picking up. And so he came to me asking just for advice, like, what do you think of my channel, was basically what he came to me for, and how do you think I could help it move along. And when I first came to his channel, and this is what I think relates to a lot of you, is I didn't know what it was about. I got the main concept. This is a podcast about interviewing real people, right? And them telling their stories. But when I came to his channel, the channel name was Barbells and Bourbon. And so I was like, okay, it's about masculine men. It's about lifting weights and then having a beer afterwards. I didn't get it. And then he also had a link to his fitness website because he is a trainer, a personal trainer by day. I was like, okay, he's a personal trainer. So this podcast must be about how to train better, about healthy habits, about gaining muscle, eating creatine or whatever, protein bars, etc. So, and when I clicked on his videos to listen to one of his podcasts, it was about people pouring their hearts out of something they'd experienced, like being shot, or NBA players, or it was not what I was expecting. And so I think that when I go to a lot of people's channels that I meet in these meetings, I'm like, I don't know who their audience is, and I don't think they know either. And why does that matter? Because if I can't tell who your audience is, then the YouTube algorithm definitely can't tell who your audience is. And if the YouTube algorithm can't tell who your audience is, it can't push the content out to the right people. It can't connect your content with the right people. And since Sean's content, all the titles were different. It was about a teacher in one, a mom in another, an NBA person in another. Since they were all over the place on his channel, it left it very open to basically anything. And so I think that is why it kind of hit this plateau of growth. And I think with this new capsule of identity that he has given it, it will help to have a solid foundation for attracting the right audience to his channel. And with him, he admitted to me basically, like, yeah, my audience is everyone, because it's for everyone, and it's true, his podcast was for everyone. But we have to have some sort of thing that makes us stand out. Unless you're like Joe Rogan, you can talk about any topic and get people to watch. But if you're new, you need to have some sort of niche. In my opinion, not everyone agrees with this, but you should have some sort of niche that you are attracting people to you that want to hear your podcast or want to learn from you or something like that. And with Sean, I would actually say it's not necessarily a niche so much, but as a twist, some sort of twist or catch or unique thing about his podcast about real people that would set him apart from everyone else doing a podcast about people's stories, right? He needed something different that is unique about his channel that attracts people to his channel because of that specific twist or unique thing on his channel. He was having trouble determining his niche, and I understand why, okay? But the thing that stood out to me, and just talking with him, looking at his website, what his brilliant skill is, and what I think is very interesting about his channel, is this dynamism between his super masculine, alpha type energy, lifting weights, very strong man, is able to tap into the very feminine energy of speaking about very deep emotional things. And he has this incredible ability to get people to talk about things, and they've even said it on interviews with him, that they've never talked about anywhere else, and yet they are revealing it to him for a podcast. So I think that he definitely has that skill. And we were like, okay, so what is going to draw people to you? Like, what is going to make you more special than any other podcasts out there about this topic, about, talking, letting people share their stories. I posted a video yesterday that was all about how I see people as bubbles or blocks. He was saying that that really resonated with him. And in that, I was talking about how we need each other. We really need each other when we're in the dark times to help each other get out of our dark times. And that's the beautiful thing about the YouTube platform, is that it allows any walk of life to come on to here and find their tribe. No matter who you are, what you've been through, you have been through something that can help someone else that is either going through that or is experiencing similar things. By having lived through it and survived, you can help other people do the same. And that's the other thing. Okay, when I do coaching calls with you, I don't forget about you. It's not like one and done with me. Like, I have been emailing him a few times since we first met on our call about like podcasts I hear that I'm like, oh God, this is good. This could help you. Like, something in this reminds me of you and your channel. So maybe there's something in it that will spur an idea or something like that. So I don't forget about you guys, right? So we've been back and forth on different ideas, brainstorming stuff. And this morning I got this beautiful email from him. He was talking with his wife, and they thought about, like, he wants to go on the streets of Pittsburgh and he wants to interview people on the street. And he's going to take a bottle of bourbon and he's just going to go have conversations with either people living on the streets or people in the streets. I'm not sure. But I think it's brilliant because I think the bourbon sets him apart. But I also think the fact that he's going to the streets to talk to people and hear their stories and kind of give them a voice. Like, the mission here is allowing people that are forgotten about in society to raise a voice and speak out and share their experiences, which of course helps others to see them in a new light. And it's also exciting, right? It's adventurous. It's like, what's going to happen? The audience is going to be so curious. Like, what's going to happen when he goes to streets today? Like, who's he going to run into? Like, are they going to try to kill him? Is he going to learn something new? Like, what is going to happen? So it creates that intrigue that separates him from other podcasts. And the podcast that I sent him about, I think this could help you, I think this could give you an idea, it was a podcast about someone explaining that if you are doing a podcast, you need to have some sort of special uniqueness about it. And one he was referencing, I haven't seen it or heard of it, was a podcast that the people eat hot chicken wings while he's interviewing someone. So they're like crying from the chicken wings while they're trying to have a serious conversation or interview on a podcast channel. And so that is a really unique angle that really separates it from the pack of all the other traditional podcasts about people telling their stories. This is Sean's unique angle. But this could be what sets him apart and that helps him to skyrocket his channel, in my opinion. And so I was so excited when I got that in my inbox this morning that I wanted to share it with you guys because it shows full circle. He really had an aha moment. And that is what I think really helps you grow your channel, is when you merge your passion, your proficiency, and market it in a way that people can find you. And I'm really excited to see his first one. And he just sent me this email this morning. So his street interviews aren't up yet, of course. But maybe by the time you're watching this replay or something, it will be. But yeah, definitely check it out. And it's not the first time that this has happened with people I've talked to. And that's the other thing I want to say. If you have an idea for YouTube and you're like, should I do this idea? Will this idea work? I say, speak about it with someone else. You don't need to come to me, but speak about it with someone else that you trust. Not someone that's going to make you feel like, what do you think you are, Miss Special, Mr. Special? But to someone that would really listen to your ideas and look for your gifts while you're speaking. In the coaching calls, I can see what people can't see in themselves. Like, if you are good at something and so proficient at it, it is like second nature to you, and you don't think it's special, right? You would just be like, well, of course I know how to do that. Doesn't everyone know how to do that? And I would be like, no, that is so special. Like, you have no idea how special you are. Like, that is what makes you different. And that is what you should be promoting on your YouTube channel to get your tribe to you. That's why I would encourage you to, if you have an idea for a channel, to speak about it with someone you trust, just so that you can say out loud your ideas. And when you say them out loud, it helps you to get clarity. It helps you to work through things that you might not be hearing inside your head. When stuff is going on in your head and it's circling around these different ideas, it takes on a different life when it's spoken out loud and spoken to someone else, because you can bounce ideas off of each other and you can discover even better ways, or you can gain clarity on your ideas that way. I hope you guys have a great week and see you in the next video. Bye.